everybody. This is Rebecca Jane. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. And if you haven't already joined my live online classes, please join me. Try it out. Above shows you the website, or you can go straight to the link below. And this class is referred to as the Flow for Freedom. And we'll be working on freeing up the joints. By the end of this practice, you'll feel like, I think you would have worked every part of your body by the time we're finished, even in just 30 minutes. So the key is to longevity, life, feeling not only longevity of your life, but living it fully and with a quality life. Is about the most important thing is obviously our mind, that it's still intact, but it's also, if our body's not, we're in trouble. So if we're not able to do much movement, we're enslaved. So it's not, you don't feel free to do the things you want to do. I mean, you might have limitations for whatever reason. That's not the thing. It's that we need to thrive, not just survive. So we're going to be doing we're going to start in a moment. We're going to do a breath retention. So that's a nice way of warming up the lungs. And then also some neck circles, but you'd be extra careful with that. And then we're going to work on we're going to do our torso. This is all seated. And then our shoulders. And then we're going to come and get on our hands and knees and do some gentle flows, some balances. We will be doing planks, interval planks. And so you will be doing actually 60-second planks, so a minute plank, broken into two. So usually we do 2-minute planks, but I'm going to have you do one plank. We're going to break it into a minute each. I think I've lost my mind. I might be physically fit, but my brain. Okay, that's been going on since I was young, so that's not like I can even say age is the problem. Okay, so I'm sitting on my knees. You can sit like me or sit on, if it's much more comfortable to sit cross-legged, then do that. But sometimes it's nice to change things up so you stretch out different parts of your body. So let's let our eyes close. Let's bring our head directly over the pelvis. So we kind of get ourselves situated. Take your shoulders, lift them to your ears, and just roll them back and down. Hands are resting on the thighs. And we begin with just bringing ourselves into the body space, out of the what's next space, into the outer world, but inside this body. That if it's not working, we're in trouble. Whether it's not working, there's health issues, or there's mobility issues, or maybe there's a combination. That's deep in the breath. So let's get our lungs. So imagine, our lungs expanding just like a balloon as we inhale, and as you exhale, deflating that balloon. So we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And that's what we do in yoga. If you do Pilates, it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. But there are times in yoga where we exhale through the mouth. It's a nice release. It feels good. And that's what we'll do in a moment. So what we're going to do now, breath retention, we're going to exhale through the mouth, empty out the lungs. And then you're going to inhale through the nose. Go as high as what's comfortable for you. And then you pause at the top. not by force, but by softening into the hold, and then you exhale through the mouth. This is a long exhalation, as long as you can go until it's empty. Your lungs will never be fully empty, just to give you the heads up. And then inhaling again, lift. Go as high. I can breathe in a lot deeper than some, and some people can breathe deeper than me. And then holding at the top. And then exhale. Let's do one more set. Inhale. And then pausing at the top, whatever that top is to you. And then exhale. Coming back to Ujjayi breath, inhaling, evening out the breath. About 2, 3, 4 counts. It's depending on you. And then you exhale the exact same counts. And this time, both through the nose. Because anytime we breathe through the mouth, either, especially inhale through the mouth, it turns on the stress response. So we want to inhale through the nose and keep the mouth closed most of the time. And then let the eyes gently open. We're going to bring the hands, cross them in front of you, with the hands just resting on your top, the front of your shoulders. And this helps us to keep us from our torso from moving any other part of our body. And we're going to start with we're just going to work on our neck. You're going to lift your chin up, and then you're going to bring your chin towards your chest. So we inhale, lift the chin up, which is called extension. And then we bring chin to chest for flexion, not reflection, flexion. And then bring your head back up and then look to the right. That's rotation. Bring the head back to center, look to the left. And then bring your head back to neutral. We're going to circle our head. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. You're going to then bring your chin, keep it tucked, but bring it over to your right shoulder. And then pick your chin up towards the right corner of the ceiling, and then bring it back to the center, chin still lifted, and then over to the left corner of the ceiling, and then back down to your left shoulder, to your chest. So I want you to do 2 more circles in this direction. If this hurts in any way, just lift the chin up and down. Don't circle. Let's reverse that circle. Let's now take the chin to chest and circle it now to the left. So chin stays tucked to the left, and then lifting up to the left corner, up to the ceiling, up to the right. Oh, God, this feels so nice. Nothing else is moving, just the head, just the neck, the chin, the cheeks, the eyes, the brain. Oh. And then coming back up to neutral with the head. So keep your hands where they are. We're going to now keep the head will follow the movement, but it's not the emphasis now. You're going to round the back. We're going to do circles here. And then lift forward again. And then you're going to twist to the right and then twist to the left. Okay, so let's do this. So you're going to usually we'll do this, we'll hug ourselves and bring our elbows up, and that's easier to follow, but I'm not doing that this time. Just bring your hand, keep your hands where they are, and then I want you to lift your chest up towards the ceiling, bring it over to the right corner of the ceiling, then down to your right hip, then down to the center, then to the left hip, and then up to the left corner. It's definitely easier when your arms are involved, but let's just isolate this area. So we're circling our upper body, our torso, not just our upper body, our waist, our spine. Let's reverse that circle now. So going to the right, whatever direction you did start at. Just let the head follow the movement. As if, wow, this is so interesting. Your gaze is following this circle without necessarily moving the head or concentrating on the neck. And then coming back up, and then let's release the hands to the thighs. Take a pause here. I want you to feel the way the energy, how energetic you might be feeling. Lubricating our joints. That's what it's all about. That's the fountain of youth. And then reach your arms forward in front of you. Make fists with those hands. You could turn the palms towards each other and make the fists. And then we're going to take your shoulders, isolating the shoulders, circle them back. So as if you're riding a horse. I know we have some students here that ride horses. I don't ride horses, but I have, but it's not regular. But I feel like this is how it might be. Very slow motion. And then let's go forward. So I can imagine shoulders you can get, if you do that a lot, you might end up having problems with shoulders in the long run. And we're going forward now. We're just changing the rotation. And then place the hands on the thighs. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then come onto hands and knees. Press into child's pose. Oh, yes. How cool is this? This is so nice. Already you're warmed up. And we're going to do a few sets of cat and cow flow, but moving it through, coming onto all fours, but coming through the cow. And then exhaling, rounding the spine, pressing back. We've, for many weeks, have done the opposite, but now we're doing the one that I feel was more intuitive to me anyway. Inhaling, arch the back, lift up to all fours, exhale, round. It might not be for you. So creating that spinal roll, arching the back as you lift and rounding the back as you sit back. Let's do one more sit, coming up to all fours. Neutralize the spine. Extend your right leg back on the ground behind you. Keep the toes planted. And we're going to just roll back with those toes. So roll onto the toes, roll forward and press the heel back. I want you to feel every toe getting a massage. Stretching out the plantar fascia, so the bottom of those feet, the ankle. And then from here, I want you to come back to neutral, draw tummy muscles in and up and lift right leg up. So that leg is now up with the toes pointing down, foot is flexed. And you're going to then exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine, and then inhale, reach that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose, and then extend that right leg back. You can add the left arm if you'd like. Reach it left in front of you, and then elbow to knee as you exhale. So left arm, right leg. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. I never find this easy. So if you're wondering, should I by now? Lower left hand down, lower right knee down. Just take a press back into child's pose. And then inhale, float through your cow, come to all fours. Stay on that right leg. We're still reaching that right leg now back again. Bend your right leg. Imagine that right foot the foot is planted to the ceiling or imprinted in the ceiling. And then I want you to bring your right knee out to the side and then circle. Bring your knee into your left knee and then lift it back up. So hip circles. So make a note how your balance is now being challenged. So try and stay as centered as possible, centered. And then let's reverse that circle. Circle it around, getting into those hips. So we're working balance, we're doing core work while we're loosening up our hip joints. And then lower the right knee down and press back into child's pose. Stretch through those arms. Inhaling, coming up, float through cow, come up to all fours. Let's curl toes under, downward facing dog. Just get a nice stretch here. Maybe a few bends and straightening of the legs. Coming back to your knees, all fours. This time, left leg slides back. Keep the toes on the ground. Let's roll back and forth, rocking forward and backwards. Getting all 5 toes involved in this action. How important our feet are to us, right? Once we lose this mobility, we are in trouble as well. So coming back to neutral, pick your left leg up as if you're stamping your left foot onto the wall behind you. Draw tummy muscles in and up, and then knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, reach that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale and inhale that leg back. You can incorporate that right arm, reach that right arm forward, elbow to knee. So opposite arm, opposite leg. If you try it the other way, I'm not sure you're going to stay up. But good on you if you can do that. Right elbow to left knee. And extend. One more time, right elbow to left knee. You might have had an extra one here. And lower right hand down, lower left knee down. Press back into child's pose. Inhale, float through cow, come up to all fours. So you're arching that back and then pressing up into downward facing dog, tilting your tailbone upwards. Anterior tilt. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. Any tension in that neck. And then come back onto your knees. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Actually, knees are slightly closer together. Take your left leg, reach it back behind you, bend that left leg. Imprint that left foot onto the wall. Open the left knee out to the side, and then circle. Bring the knee in towards that right knee and circle it around. Now notice how, yes, I'm doing the same, leaning to the right. Even out as best as you can, those 2 hands. You're going to be a tiny bit leaning, and then reverse those circles. This is a lot we do is prevention. And if you do have an injury or problem, then it's all about how do we heal those wounds carefully. Then lower that left knee down. Let's press back into child's pose. Maybe the toes are curled under this time. Actually, curl them under if you can, for sure. Just stretch out the bottom of those feet. Take your head just from side to side. And then round up through the cat this time. And then neutralize the spine and come into cow, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. You're at the backs of your mat. Bend those knees, tilt your tailbone up. So really get that tailbone lifted. Some of us may be able to eventually straighten the legs. And then let's inhale halfway, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale, circle those arms up, reach them up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking a moment here to feel in. So far, we've worked ourselves down our bodies. Mobility. And then inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Joints, getting to the joints, into the fascia. Let's walk forward into our downward facing dog. Then we're going to do our first plank. So getting yourself ready for your plank. And I'm doing a regular plank, but if you feel like forearm plank's better for you, then do that. I'm going to get into the stopwatch here. Or not stopwatch, but yeah, it is the stopwatch. If I can touch it. Oh. There it is. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. We're doing a minute. So sometimes we'll do forearm planks, right? And then you might end up feeling it in your shoulders. So just change things up a little bit. You don't want to do too much of one thing because you can end up
causing an injury. We're halfway, so we're at 30 seconds. If you need a kind of a break or you've finished enough, 30 was enough, then you come into child's pose. Other than you follow me. So this is an opportunity, since we do a lot of 2-minute planks, we're doing 60 seconds, so that you can maybe keep your knees up if you tend to keep your knees, bring your knees down. And then we're going to press up, exhale, downward facing dog. That was a minute. Lower the knees to the ground. Press back into child's pose. Inhale, arch the back, come to all fours. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply. Take a deep breath in and take a step or leap to the front of the mat. That was a very, very sad leap on my end. Forward bend, inhaling halfway. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Your heart might still be racing. Hands to heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I'm going to turn, you stay where you are. We're going to do a balance sequence here. You're going to take your right foot inside your left thigh or down further, maybe into the ankle. You might need a wall to hold on to. Hands to heart. Squeeze those bottom cheeks. Breathing in. And then maybe the hands reach. That's only a maybe. And breathing in. So this exhale, inhale. I had you breathing in twice. Not good. Bring your hands back to your heart. Listen closely. Oops. Pick your leg off of your inner thigh and bring it forward into a stag pose. So this is a 90-degree shape. Take your left hand on outside of your right leg. Bring your right arm, sweep it up and circle it around. Turn and gaze to the right hand or keep your gaze forward. Make sure there's a softness to your left knee. You do not want to lock that knee. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands back to your heart. You're going to bend your left knee and place your right ankle on your left thigh, standing pigeon. Sit down into your chair, imaginary chair. This is such a beautiful stretch for your glute muscles, your hips, all the hips themselves. Your psoas muscles, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to lift back up, take your right foot off of your leg. Let's do some figure eights. Open the legs wide, hands on the hips. So now we're working on the hips again, but now the knees and the ankles. So incorporate, you can even get the shoulders involved if you'd like, but the emphasis right now is on the hips, the knees, and the ankles. You can do this any time of the day. This one. Anywhere. So I'm going to come back up to the front of my mat. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Circle them around. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway. Let's exhale, step back, downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale into plank, and we're doing our plank, minute plank again. So get yourself situated. I'll count from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. So only 60 seconds. So if perchance you're not a 2-minute, you haven't done 2 minutes with us on a regular basis, 60 seconds could be quite enough. Even 30 might be enough. So I'll let you know when it's 30 seconds and you can decide what to do, whether to come out into child's or onto your knees. But then you can stay on a little longer. We're at 30 seconds, so you can decide to stay on. I'm going to, well, being the teacher, I should probably stay on. But there are times, I'm thinking, I want to be a student so I don't have to be an example. That's it. So we're only a few seconds away from and then exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the ground, press back into child's pose. And then come up to all fours. Curl toes under, downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply. Take an inhale. See if you can do a little better job, Rebecca. Exhale, leap forward or walk. I'm always afraid I'm going to dive into the thing in front of me, the plant. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. So I don't really go for it. Inhale, reach arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Your heart probably is beating a little faster. We're going to go to the other side. I'll just turn around. We're going to do our standing balance on the other side. Left foot inside your right thigh or lower down. Hands to heart or on a wall if you need to. Squeeze your bottom cheeks. Maybe arms reach, tree. Breathing in, feeling the power of a tree. Now from here, bring your hands back to your heart. Lift your left foot off of your inner thigh and bring it forward into your stag pose. Right hand on the left thigh. Left arm reaches all the way around, circle it, either gazing towards your back hand or keeping the gaze forward. Breathing. And then bend your right knee. Bring your hands back into your heart. Then bend your right knee. Bring your left ankle on your right thigh. Then sit down into your pigeon. A chair in front of you might be helpful. And then lower your left foot to the ground. A little wiggly there. Open the feet wide and let's do our figure eights. Getting into the ankles, and maybe go deeper. Really the emphasis is on the lower body since we've done a lot of upper, but you can get everything into this. That's the beauty of this figure eight. These circles, because they really get into every part of your body from foot to head. So coming back to the front of the mat, if you've come out of it, inhale, reach arms up to the sky, forward fold, step back, downward facing dog. Come onto your knees. Come onto your right hip. Swing your legs forward. Sit up tall. Let's ease yourself onto your back. Take your time here. Once you're on your back, stretch through the legs. Bring the arms up. Frame your arms your head with your arms. Take hold of the opposite elbow. So you're framing your head. Bring your legs in and place the feet flat on the ground. Open the knees wide so they're about as wide as the width of the mat. Let the knees drop over to the right. And turn your gaze to the left. Gentle spinal twist. So this is the perfect one for people to do if the more intense one doesn't feel good on your spine. Pick your knees back up, take the knees over to the left, turn and gaze to the right arm. Or it's just a nice way to change things up a little bit if you do the regular spinal twist. Come onto your backs, give yourself a hug. Wrap your arms around your shins, take your left foot to the left corner of the mat, right to the right. And let yourself settle into Shavasana. Now, because this is a 30-minute class, I can't stay for 2 to 5 minutes in Shavasana with you, but I want you to. So when I do end the class, you could just lie here for another few minutes, absorbing the energy from the earth, from the ground, even if you're high above the earth itself, or you have, obviously we all have concrete and things between it, but let the earth support you, embrace you. And I will come up to seal the practice. So freedom.
So often we think about freedom being, we have ideas in our head what freedom means. But in terms of ourselves, there's freedom in the, to think, to have our own opinions, to have freedom to speak our truth. There's freedom to explore our intuition, to trust it, to understand it. But there's also freedom in the body. When the body's free, we can think in those ways because we don't have these restrictions. We don't have this congestion inside of us. So that's why we start with the body and then we work with the rest of us. And as I bring my hands in front of my heart, I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you haven't already, join my online live classes. You have my website above you, or you could click on the link below. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Subscribe, thumbs up, comment. Namaste.